Howdy and welcome back to my Multiversus picks. This is part 3, so if you haven't seen part 1 and 2, go check them out. And if you enjoy this type of content, consider dropping a like and subscribing, and comment who you would like to see in the future. So, anyways, let's continue. This is part 3. So in the last video I talked about showing off the Digimon character Gamamon. He would be heroic, animated, non-human, and villainous, and the villainous part we'll get into it soon. He'd be from Digimon Ghost Game, and he would be the first hybrid. Now, although Ben 10 is favored to be the first hybrid, I don't know much about Ben 10 personally, so I went with Gamamon. And Digimon is actually owned by Bandai, but Toei Animation specifically did Ghost Game, which is the show that he's from, so there is the possibility of him getting in. And I've also actually added interactions with some characters. So Gamamon would interact with Rick, Finn, Harley, and Steven, and then his evolutions, his first 3 evolutions would be with Rick, Finn, Steven, Arya, Batman, Velma, and then his final evolution would be with Rick, Finn, Harley, Steven, Arya, Batman, Velma, Joker, Black Adam, and Wonder Woman. So here are all his heights. There is actually 4.5 movesets because there are 4.5 characters. Since there are multiple evolutions, we'll get into that soon. So be prepared because there will be 4.5 movesets like I just said. So the first character in this set is Gamamon, who is the bruiser of all of them. He just does standard normal attacks, and he has no specials. You can pause here if you want to read this all, but he has no special attacks, except his one special is, his entire special move is just a charge to evolve into these new ones. So his, basically you would hold down the special neutral, and then you would pick which one. So you would either pick the side, which would evolve you into Battle Gamamon. You would pick the up, which would evolve you into Kaus, and down, which would evolve you into Wezen. Now, if you have already evolved into all of these, you will be able to play as Gulus Gamamon. Even after death, you will be always playing as Gulus Gamamon. So he's like your main go-to character always for the rest of the match once you are able to get him. All evolutions, though, are only available for 30 seconds, and you need to wait 15 seconds until you're allowed to change into the next one. So Battle Gamamon is actually also the bruiser, and most of his attacks are punches. That's really all he really does. He does do some fire damage, though, and he is a pretty powerful character. He is definitely not the go-to, in my opinion, though. The next character is personally who I would go with, which is Kaus Gamamon, who's more of an aerial character, and he's more reliant on getting back on the stage and staying in the air. He is the assassin of the group, and he's a pretty good character. But the non-really go-to who you should be picking first is Wezen. Wezen is not that special, but he is a decent character, and he is a pretty tanky guy. He does take a lot of hits, and he is pretty big. He's probably the 3rd biggest character on this list. Next up is Gulus Gamamon, who's the mage of the group, and he's probably the strongest one, with him having multiple different attacks he can do. A lot of his deal with poison, and most of his attacks rely on different blasts and different damages being dealt. Did I not? Oh, I gotta fix something here. Sorry. His air specials are right there, so if you want to read that, I need to fix that a bit, so I'm sorry for that one. So the first perk allows Betel and Kaus to do special attributes that do 0.5 attribute damage, which is Betel is fire and Kaus is weakening. And his second perk allows Wezen and Gulus to do theirs as well, which would be longer stun time for Wezen, which is 2.5 seconds, and Gulus would be poison damage. But there are no skins really for all these guys. The 11th character, oh my bad. We're gonna go take a break from characters, because that was already 10 characters. Every 10 characters there will be skins. So here are all the skins that I've compiled. So the Banana Guard gets the Honored Banana Guard skin, which is epic. Batman gets the Vampire Batman, which is a rare, changing him to villainous. Shazam really cannot do much in this game, since he's basically the same as Black Adam almost. So I gave Shazam the Black Adam treat. My bad. Shazam got to be a Black Adam skin, which is legendary and heroic changing. Bugs Bunny would get the King Bugs Bunny, which is epic. Finn would get Future Finn, which is a legendary. Garnet would get Training Garnet, which changes her to sports attire. Harley Quinn would get Isekai Harley, which is an epic and animated. Jake Gut Grinder Jake, which would be a rare and villainous. Fresh Out Jason would be a rare. Lakers LeBron would be a rare. Parasite Morty would be an epic and it would be villainous. And Miami Rick would be a rare and beach ready. Movie Shaggy would be an epic. Pink Steven would be a rare. Injustice Superman would be a rare and villainous. Tasmaniac would be an epic and villainous. Arkham Joker would be a rare. Mogwai Stripe would be a rare villainous. Tom and Jerry would actually be getting the Sylvester and Tweety skins, since Sylvester and Tweety can't really do much, and they'd be prestige only. And then Toymaker Marvin would be an epic. Now, back to characters. Oh, I missed that part. Whatever. Number 11 is Emmett, who is the heroic non-human animated assassin. Not many people would want him, but he would be fun to have in the game. His ring out would be my bad, sorry. His ring out would just be studs, and his icon would be the trash can. I do actually need to fix one thing with him. So in the follow-up video in part 4, there will be a fix for him, so you'll be able to see him, which will be a fix for his skins, since he does need some more skins. His interactions would be with Marvin, Rick and Morty, Velma, Finn, Jake, Shaggy, and Steven. So his height, as you can see here. My bad. So we're just going to go over one of his important, which is his neutral special, which it allows him to put some goggles on and start looking around. And this builds up his master meter. So his master meter is a thing that charges over time. So this actually takes a while to charge. And it's honestly a little bit like the Iron Giants, where after dealing a lot of damage, the Iron Giant can do the Protect Friends thing instead. Emmett needs to build his up over time to get in the construction mech. And he can use the construction mech as a fighting material, which the construction mech lasts 30 seconds. And the jump is now also like rockets from the Iron Giant. So his first perk actually lets one of his moves, which is throwing bricks, only do 2x2 and 3x3 bricks. And the second perk charges his mech 1.5% faster. Now, his skins, which I did say I need to fix, is Rex Danger Vest, which is a villainous epic, and Lego Batman. Now, again, I do need to fix this because Emmett does have some more outfits in the movies. Another nostalgic character that could be added is Captain Caveman, who is the animated heroic human caped. Oddly enough, Captain Caveman is a human. Yeah, his interactions would be with Stripe, Rick and Morty, LeBron, Taz, Bugs Bunny, and Shaggy. And there's Shaggy compared to him. So, one of the moves is he can shake up his beard, which will drop items out of it. And he drops items out of his beard. He also has this move where he can actually pinpoint a location on the map where he can move to, and this does need to take time to recharge after a while. His first perk actually does let him mark 2 spots now, and his second perk makes one of the layers of ice he puts down on one of his moves generate 1% more ice damage. Hairless Captain Caveman is a rare skin, Heroic Captain Caveman is a legendary, and Scoop Captain Caveman is an uncommon. Well. We need a Boondocks representative eventually, and sure, the others will be good, especially Huey and Riley, but we need Uncle Ruckus. His interactions will be with Black Adam, LeBron, Arya, and Batman. And he's nearly the same height as Shaggy. Most of his moves are actually pretty normal, but he can heal himself with one of his things, which his neutral special is playing his tuba, which is his theme. And the longer it is played, the more he heals himself and allies, and he also shoots notes out of it, dealing some damage. So his first perk allows him to charge his tuba 1 second, for 1 second, and does 4 health now. And his second perk allows his mop to stun 1.5 seconds after the attack, which is one of his moves. His skins are the Movie Worker Ruckus, which is an epic, Farmer Ruckus, which is an epic, and Suited Up Ruckus, which is a rare. Number 14 is Xavier Renegade Angel, who is the heroic animated non-human. And this is just such a weird character who is needed in this game. His show is so weird. It's odd. His interactions are with Marvin, Gizmo, Stripe, Rick, Morty, Taz, Bugs, Shaggy, Jake, Superman, Tom, and Jerry. And he is a little taller than Shaggy. So, one of his attacks is the Wind Monkey's joke, which was definitely the biggest thing that spiked his show's popularity. Which is his... I forgot which... Oh, his side special, which he throws out 3 Wind Monkeys. Not 3 Wind Monkeys, my bad. He just makes Wind Monkeys. Yeah, he can make 3 at a time. I'm sorry. But he can make 3 at a time that can go over the map, and they're just like mini versions of Taz's tornado move. His first perk allows his snake arms, all his snake arm attacks to do poison, and his second perk lets his meditative state move around more. There are no skins. So, the next character is a fan favorite from loads of people around the world. He's a pirate, Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. This show is actually animated by Toei Animation, so there is the possibility of Luffy getting in. His interactions are with Jason, Banana Guard, Rick, Morty, LeBron, Iron Giant, Velma, Batman, Bugs, Finn, Jake, Shaggy, Superman, and Wonder Woman. His icon would obviously be the Straw Hat icon, and both the ring house would be for both the ships. He would be nearly the same height as Shaggy. And one of his big special moves here is his neutral is charging buffs. So his charge ups increase his side specials attack. So his charge is on his gears. So his base side special is grabbing the opponent and throwing them. But if he charges it, he gets gear 2, which that attack actually changes and does a punch, dealing weakening. Then with gear 3, his giant hand is forming and dealing far knockback. Gear 4 attack his gear 4, I'm sorry, it says 3 there, lets him become Snake Man, doing rapid fire punches and doing weakening and high knockback. And now gear 5 lets him grab the opponent, stick them in the ground, and do rapid punches, hitting them while in the ground. Now the gears will die down after a while and go back to the next one. They die down after 30 seconds, if not keeping them up with the special ability. It does take a while, though, to actually get your gear up, so this does limit Luffy's ability to stay as gear 5, or instantly just get gear 5. His first perk allows him to start with gear 2, and his second perk lets him keep whatever gear for the rest of the match. His skins are Wano Luffy, which is an epic, East Blue Luffy, which is an uncommon, Egghead Luffy, which is an epic, and Whole Cake Island, which is a rare. That is all for this one. I hope you enjoyed this, and come back for part 4 if you want. Please, if you do enjoy this content, subscribe, and part 4 will be out soon. And the first character that you'll be seeing in part 4 is King Shark from DC. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.